What's up, guys? Back in today with more Ghost in the Shell, this time with episode 7. Looking forward to this one. Was a fantastic episode yet again last week with some a really kind of brutal relationship between Major and this dude that killed her um teammates a while ago. I can't remember how long ago it was. But yeah, it was brutal, and then she got him to like kill his own son, and like yeah, just absolutely ruthless. We saw her in a relationship with a dude who ended up working for, I'm gonna call it Sector One, Group One, whatever it is. I can't remember the actual name of it, but within the kind of same government kind of sector, but um working for a different uh team that did end up actually grouping up with that dude. So that was a little bit messed up, but honestly, they were very suspicious of each other and such anyway. So I don't think it massively impacts their relationship. To be honest with you, it kind of seems like something that would, but yeah, probably just the way they are having the jobs that they do have. But yeah, looking forward to today. No idea what to expect as usual. But I've been really enjoying this show. I think Science Sara this season have been gone crazy. I feel like these are the two. I haven't seen everything from Science Sari, but these might be the two best shows I've seen from the studio, both airing in the same season. Listen, Jadugar, that is. I do find it interesting. Why do they refer to them like? I'm just going to rewind to the start. Why do they refer to themselves as ghosts, not like souls or what they actually are? That being the brain. Why is it ghosts? It almost sounds like they're dead. They probably should be dead. Maybe that's why they should be dead, but they are here. Like ghosts just feels a bit eerily like ominous thing to like call yourself. I'm a ghost. Like living and breathing. Are you living and breathing? You're living. Not sure you're breathing, to be fair. But yeah, I've always felt that was kind of like ghosts, ghost in a shell. It's a very eerie thing. I'm a ghost in a shell. That sounds horrible. I'm a soul in a robot. Sounds a little bit better. I mean, for the name of a series, Ghost in the Shell is obviously a lot cooler than Soul in a Robot. Soul in a Robot season 1. Oh, there she is. So we do see her in the opening. She stands out quite a lot in the opening as well. Some naked ass cyborg robot. An absolute fly in there. Wow. Bye bye Clay. Yeah, she's one of the. Honestly, she's got one of the scenes that stick out to me the most in the opening. So I feel like she might be one of the most anticipated stories. She's one of mine, even though again I know I've only got an opening visual to base off. Mhm. There's the guy from last episode. Her, there she is. Yeah, that segment there stands out to me maybe the most in this whole opening. I can't really explain why, to be honest. Just does. What does that mean? To be honest with you, I did kind of miss a bit of the description earlier, so I'm just going to rewind back to it quickly. Company that develops organs for cyborg. Have organs. Military grade. She ran off. Okay. I did kind of miss that a little bit. So yeah, what the hell does this mean? She's got a ghost barrier. What does that mean exactly? But this kind of felt like a robot's kind of steady blue, and then like a burst of like consciousness or something here, perhaps. Purely based off like the colors. This robot's cyber brain possesses a ghost barrier. What the hell does that mean? I mean, it's pretty relatively simple to understand up until a ghost barrier. Does that mean it's design? It's a robot designed brain, but it has the capacity to hold a ghost in it. But when I think of ghost barrier, that kind of like I don't know. I'm not really sure what the term ghost barrier means, but I'd assume it's like again I'm taking things a bit too figuratively here. But when you think of a ghost, it's like a wandering kind of spirit, like a floating spirit. A ghost barrier kind of traps that spirit within the head. So if I was to imagine it, it would be like major. Her ghost is like a. I mean, again, we know it's like a brain, but again, not literally speaking, it's kind of like a ghost kind of trapped in her head in a way. So this has got the capacity for that, but it doesn't actually have a ghost in there. We'll see, but yeah, the show definitely not afraid to use terms that I have no fucking idea what they mean. That's for damn sure. Been a bit of a constant throughout, but I wouldn't change that. I don't think. I think you can over-explain things and hold the audience's hand a bit. This show definitely doesn't do that. She might be haunted. Maybe you can develop a ghost. Maybe maybe it's not something that you put into. Maybe it's something you can just kind of create it out of nothing. Very much doubt it, but interesting situation here. It actually Maybe he could, but sure. Really? What the hell is this about? It's weird. Section 6. They're the foreign unit. Interesting. I like his voice actor. Section 6 guy. Hey, yo, we're crazy. Look at all those fingers. Unimpressed. True, true. This guy looks straight out of a Urasawa anime manga. With like Grimmer mixed with sorry, I was just yapping. Apologies, guys. The thing, take your eye away for a second, and you might miss something big here. But yeah, this guy reminds me of Grimmer mixed with the detective from Pluto. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Something German. Yeah, this guy looks straight out of like an Urasawa work, doesn't he? Um, Urasawa. I don't know how you say it. But yeah, I like this guy's voice actor a lot. Has he been in? Have we seen him before? I feel like I've heard his voice in the show before, but maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm confusing him with another guy actually. One of the earlier episodes. Yeah, he makes a good point here. I mean, clearly, like they've got some kind of big interest in this, just taking the case off us like they are. But yeah, I wonder what their motivations are here. But as he did say, to be fair, it does kind of work both ways. We probably wouldn't be too willing to divulge too much information to them either. Even his name is like straight up like an Urasawa work or something. The Puppet Master. Didn't we hear about him earlier on the show? And is that him? Really? This is the Puppet Master. It didn't even have a body. Wow. This guy. Gawking at her. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, I guess I was kind of right with what I said earlier. That this is just like a consciousness that has just sprung, not out of nowhere, but has just sprouted from the endless information and such of the networks. And that reminds me a bit of like Serial Experiments Lane in a bit of a way. Stuff that goes on that show. Wow. So yeah, this isn't like an actual ghost, nor is it an AI. This is like a consciousness, somewhat akin to a ghost, but not exactly a ghost, that has just been born. I knew this would be really interesting. I knew this stood out for a reason. I just had a feeling. Did we not hear about the Puppet Master earlier on in the series? Wasn't that like the? I'm pretty sure in one of the opening episodes we had something like focusing on something to do with him, but maybe I'm wrong. So this Puppet Master has never even had a body up until this point. He's been forced into this robot. It's really interesting how he's using these kind of like laws against them. Um, Looking for asylum and now being able to die, now being judged as like a living being. It's like, yeah, what do you classify this as? Because yeah, it's just like something completely new, seemingly, isn't it? Okay, again, I knew this would be really interesting. I just had a feeling. I had one of those feelings. They lingered maybe half a second too long at it in the opening. It just made you feel like, yeah, you know what, that's probably going to be quite big. Oh shit, who is that? Not Major, obviously. Oh, you didn't see them coming. So she's here as well. Bo got absolutely raging right there. I've never seen him so fucking affected. I've never seen him so mad. Oh, that was them. So wow. Yeah, please don't ruin this one. He's playing GTA batteries, isn't he? His life's playing GTA. God, doesn't bode well for you. I'm assuming that he thought that trip of the monkey guy was weird because maybe Major kind of didn't let him fall. Oh, maybe actually Major pushed him over so he didn't get hit by any debris or anything. Actually, I I knew it. I should have. I knew it. This poor person's car would get ruined. So they're really in that fucking hell. Oh God, really? They blew it up. That image is fucking horrifying, by the way. So you guys know I do like. That's really cool. Appreciate this for a minute. I love kind of like. I mean, I love all my horror, but quite a rare one is like mechanical horror. You know, someone who's quite good with stuff like that is Cronenberg. He does some really good like weird kind of interdimensional like human mix with technology kind of stuff. He's really good with that kind of like yeah. This almost looks like something out of a bit of like a Cronenberg movie, honestly, like half like a mix of like human and like yeah. This is really cool. Horrifying. But really cool. I remember what I was looking for. I was looking for who done this explosion. The guy and that they blew it up themselves. Interesting. So no other unit could get their hands on it. Really? Section 6. All the other sections so far have been yeah, pretty suspect, haven't they? Pretty selfish, you could say. Clearly, just want this puppet master for themselves. I think. Maybe think it's just too dangerous if any other ones get their hands on it or something. I don't know. Pili pili suru. Shit. What do you mean by that? What do these points mean, though? Again, I just need to get my head around this. So this was a program initially that was set up by one of the sections, Section 6, I'd assume, but yeah, I'm not sure it actually says, but yeah, the initial role was the due diligence, information collection, and manipulation. So again, I'm not sure what these values are. I imagine they're just like they up the value of like a company or something. Um, like they say increase point. I don't know what you mean by increase points. Again, I'm going to assume that is either like increasing the value or increasing the importance of a company slash group or something. I guess I'm not 100% sure. Um, but that was its goal, to manipulate things on like a network to increase the priority of those, and through that it gained its own. So it would inject itself into ghosts, so people that did have like souls, and maybe that's where it kind of collected a conscious from. It gathered that kind of information from these ghosts and was able to then kind of create its own somewhat pseudo ghost from going through multiple kind of people. Even when knowledge of Section Nine's existence was input, so it's actually been through our section as well over a year ago. Increase the points of that company. I think we did hear about in previous episodes about platinum mining. Only a few weeks ago, actually. I'm pretty sure. Interesting. Yeah, again, quite a lot to take on board here. I think this is the story which someone did tell me there's a movie the movie's about. I think they said it was like about Puppet Master or something along those lines. Um, and yeah, it certainly does feel like a lot going on here, doesn't it? I'm self-aware. Half a year ago, that was nice. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Hey, that's the character's name I was thinking of earlier. Gesalt in Pluto. Um, that's the detective's name I was thinking of. I'm not sure what that means though. As a Gesalt, sure what that means. Wow. I mean, I think one of the names of the movies is, or an arc is like the standalone complex, and I think Bato just said there that this is becoming a standalone network. Net has gone completely standalone. There is no ports. can't access its network. Again, a lot going on here. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm pausing so much. But you guys know I really love to try and get my head around this as much as I struggle to. Um, yeah, especially so much technical talk. So it's actually potentially merging with her. She's trying to put it in like a memory card, essentially, like save it on a memory card. But trying to like move with her. Brother, what the fuck going on here? I feel like I'm not like I can't comprehend this. I, I need to look up what guess out means first of all. Let's look that up quickly. Sounds very German. Guess stout. How was it spelled? Guess Gestalt. Yeah, is it Gestalt? It is German, meaning Gestalt psychology configurationalism. Here we go. Here's one for me. What is the simple meaning of Gestalt? Is a unified whole. Is the idea that a whole thing is more than or different from just the sum of its individual parts. So let's say we got like two gears, or like three gears together, and like a bit of rubber around them. Um, to be a guess out would to be assumed that that is now an entirely different entity to, like, one person would look at it and say that's just a combination of three gears and a bit of rubber. They are the parts, and that makes it. But another person would look at it and be, it has become a different thing now because those parts have combined. Is that accurate to say? Feel like maybe not so much, but yeah. Um, the unified whole, the is idea that a whole thing is more than or different from just the sum of its individual parts. So it's kind of, another example might be human body parts. If you were to put two arms, two legs, a body, and a head together, the one person that might just be two arms, two legs, a body, and a head. Another person that would be a human being. That would be, yeah. I don't know. I'm doing a terrible job of explaining that, aren't I? But you get what I'm trying to say and what I see this as. When you look at something as a gesalt, you see the complete pattern or shape instead of the separate pieces. Wow. This in my head. Fucking hell. Sorry, there's a lot. Like, I feel like I can't even comprehend this. This is way too smart for me right now. Um, I'm not going to bother starting another timer because I'm probably going to pause again quite quickly. So it's simplifying itself, but it's not actually changing its consciousness. Memories are integral to the prosthetic body. Is a physical manifestation of itself. Yeah. Even without the actual memories, so the memories are actually getting lost. The body still remembers them, almost like a like a muscle memory. Aja looks astounded by all this. She's definitely seeing something that I'm not. I mean, she is directly connected to it, to be fair. So that might genuinely be the case as well. Drifting untethered. Something more. Again, I like these shots. So, what is this then? Is this like this was like the entity that was created initially? This is like the imprint that had, which was a slightly different thing in this form of this body. Brain of someone with cerebral atrophy, someone whose brain has got smaller, or an in. He no longer exists here. Something more, clearly. Or self are two different. I feel like it's one of those things. It's almost like watching a Finch movie. Like you somewhat understand to a certain degree, but in another way you've got no fucking idea. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you feel like you somewhat understand, but you also have no understanding at the same time. The weird like power, like yeah. You get what I'm saying there? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking nonsense right now, but I somewhat understand. And then when it gets to like the stuff that we just saw for like the last 30 seconds, it's like, well, now I have no idea. Wow, and the meaning of life down here. What the hell? You are something, aren't you? Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is actually like that sentence right there, uh, the meaning of life. I mean, I was half joking, but genuinely, we have this. We are delving into something in which life has been created in itself. Like you, if you were religious, you could say this was like a godlike level kind of event or something, with this creating its own consciousness and all of this created from, yeah, like perhaps that's the way. Perhaps that's the way it is for Major. I mean, again, she seems absolutely enthralled by this. Uh, to dive into something that created its own consciousness and existence like this, like I think it's adding up a bit more to me now. I look at it that way. It's like kind of are delving into the clouds of electricity that rise to the phenomenon that is life. Like the phenomenon that is life is kind of in essence this that was brought to being as well in a way. Like I that sentence there has actually kind of helped me out quite a lot. I think there's probably all sorts of outcomes and such you can come to here, and ways you can choose to look at this, but that's certainly made my picture of things a bit clearer, I think. Wow. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Got tingles right now. What the fuck? I mean, might be a weird comparison, but this almost reminds me a bit of the end of Blade Runner. Any of you guys have seen that movie? Maybe not in terms of like the subject or anything, but just in terms of like feels like a very similar scene. Wow. Wow. Love the sound, the fucking music right now. I think that's what reminds me a lot of Blade Runner as well. It's amazing. You are the world right now. Holy shit, bro. What the hell? Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Literally, bro. My hands are literally standing up. I'm just gonna end there? Just gonna end like that? Literally ascending, like literally like becoming one with the world in a way of like, yeah, it's almost biblical. It's crazy. Again, I think I've got my head around it a bit more towards the end there. Holy shit. That was insane. That was insane. That was again. Good luck trying to explain that. I don't. I tried to do my best, guys, but wow, that just felt cosmic and like wow. Like I said, I get it, and then I just like I also I don't, but I feel like I've done a much better job at yeah trying to comprehend that right there. Wow, I can see why they probably made a whole movie on that because that was epic. I mean, I wanted to watch them anyway, but that really makes me want to watch a whole movie dedicated to this. Like, yeah, I'm down. I'm very much down. I just felt like again that was one of the, that was a great episode of anime. Like that was one of the best episodes this whole year. I think that was amazing. I really enjoyed that. Um, and I'm someone that can again like the Finch stuff. Like I can really enjoy like Twin Peaks and such like things that I don't like completely understand. Yeah, you can kind of see your own representation of it, and they might be different from other people's. I really quite enjoy stuff like that. Blade Runner, another good example. Um, so I do think Blade Runner is a little bit more streamlined in that regard. Intermission and Brain Drain One. So I was kind of half hoping we'd continue from that, but it does look like that was it. That's RoboCop. That's female RoboCop right there. So is that Hajime Sorayama? Is this like a really primitive version of the body that Puppet Master was in there? That was amazing. I'm just gonna look up quickly as I usually do who this artist is. Hajime Sorayama. This looks very like real. This doesn't it? Japanese illustrator, almost 80. Bloody hell. Bro's been alive since the 40s. Um, what works is he? Sexy Robot. As one of his first works. Uh, Nothing I recognise just yet. I don't recognise any of his works. Not one. So he's famous for robot work. Female gynoid. The gynoid. That doesn't sound good. But yeah, it seems like he's an artist slash illustrator that works on robot, very robot focused. Doesn't seem like he has too much connection to anime or anything like that. A fine art illustrator. Okay, so he is more like a art piece artist. Oh, he. Oh, I was gonna say he worked on. No, he influenced Ex Machina from 2015, which I quite liked. I quite liked that movie. I used to have a friend that was obsessed with that movie. I haven't watched it since then, to be honest, though, like 10 years ago. So I probably need to watch that again. But yeah, he's got works in like museums and such. Um, so yeah, clearly quite a successful artist. This is a nice bit of artwork here, isn't it? But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. Just amazing episode there. Amazing episode. As I said, one of the best episodes of anime I've seen this year, I think. This guy got absolutely steaming. Monkey Boy got absolutely steaming today. I always forgot about that. But yeah, again, I knew it. Like, I had a feeling from the opening visuals it'd be good, but holy crap. Um, that just got sent to like literally like, another planet at the end there, like figuratively, maybe literally. But you know what, I think that actually says a lot as well. Just that deconstructed, broken kind of inside showing of this, just like yeah. I think there's a lot to take from this episode. A lot of like symbolic stuff. Again, even like this horrific looking exploded version of that existence. Like yeah, it's just so much going on. Again, a lot of like technical talk and such, which is reasonably hard to understand in terms of like the specifics of what was actually going on in the systems. I imagine if you're someone that like maybe deals with computers and such, that they're probably even more kind of interested in going on in that regard. So a lot of that stuff I didn't quite understand the actual kind of technological aspect of it, but this felt even like much bigger than that. It felt much bigger than just like the technological aspect. This was something transcending kind of a program to become its own existence and consciousness to then actually create its own network, which was self-made, self-structured within its like existed like and it just like again it kind of felt a little bit like Serious Experiment Lane in a way of just like transcending the realm of like yeah, it's absolutely crazy. You imagine being plugged into all that and actually like fully understanding it like Major did as well. Like Jesus. But yeah, I really like these visuals, just like the yeah, awesome. Again, I struggle to explain it, but that was absolutely phenomenal. And hopefully we get more stuff like that because that was probably the best episode so far. Maybe safely the best episode. I've been a 50-minute video. I need to stop yapping. But yeah, let me know if you guys thought about this one down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. And I catch you guys next week with episode 8.